So first game of the Spear 3 going to be RS Animus against Team Argonauts. And first banning onto this Batiste then. What do you think of that, bruh?
Batista's a really odd ban out, but we are on the new patch, so we're looking at some new meta changes here, with Varia getting some nerfs and some other people getting some buffs. So it's going to be a really interesting draft to see who's really singled out, who's become threats, and who's become really good picks.
Yeah, because now we do not have that always like insta ban Varia. Like it just makes extra spots coming out. Yeah, you don't see a ban Varia now. We're going to be seeing a ban Lance. First pick Koshka. Pick Arden. Arden is still very good. They didn't touch him that much. Arden is still going to be that very, very good, sustainable hero you can rely on into the support role. So going to be taking that one. Banning Ringo. Ringo is still also very good. He's a hero that doesn't have that much wave clear into the 5v5. In 3v3, he still stays an absolute beast. And going to be banning also the Voxers, also one of those very reliable laners for the moment. So just going to be destroying those two very good heroes into the lane phase, and let's see what they can go through. What do you expect to see going on to the second pick for Team Argonauts?
I'm going to expect to see something to try and counter that Koshka there. They've already got their captain, so a lot of times you'd see a Lyre pick into that, so we can avoid getting that Yummy Catnip Frenzy stun onto people. But my pick on this would probably be their carry, so that way they can get a carry that kind of counters that Koshka, and one that plays well with their captain. I would say probably something like either a Crystal Sky or a Weapon Sky, someone that can bounce around. Oh, they go with a Rhyme, someone that has more lockdown.
Yeah, so that's one of the heroes into the late game that goes very well into a Koshka. Early phase can be a little bit complicated. If Koshka is able to like get a lot of like burst downs onto him with the 20 deaths, bounty funds, it can be very effective into the early phase and try to shut down the late game phase of the Rain. But if he's able to sustain out of that early/mid game phase and to actually like scale over the Koshka, he can become an absolute threat into this game. And going to be seeing Adado Chunwalker is just so cool to see after the changes with the newest patch 2.12. Like draft are completely shifting over. Grace was one of the heroes that you would always see into a draft into NACL, into the NA scene. I've seen that at least coming over from EU. And it's not been picked onto this match. So it's very, very impressive onto this one. So Adado Chunwalker, what do you think of that duo onto the two last picks on the side of RS Animus?
I mean, with you having a Koshka there and having a very heavy melee damage dealer with Koshka, Churnwalker is going to be able to chain up, slow him down, so that way Koshka can give Churnwalker and Adagio that kind of group healing into if he chains up multiples. So it's going to be very interesting to see this last pick. Hopefully they get someone a little more mobile, so that way they're not chained up constantly, so that way they can avoid giving that healing over to Churnwalker.
Like Churnwalker is a very good into the Rain. That's something I do really enjoy to very slow mobility heroes. We're going to be picking then last pick Gwen into a Koshka, Adagio, and Churnwalker per comp. So it's going to be surely a weapon. Going to have I wouldn't expect to see a double CP comp this time coming out. So interesting to see Gwen going into that. What do you think of that last pick Gwen into a Koshka, Adagio, Churnwalker?
Gwen does get fairly well chased down by Koshka, but what I like about having the Gwen pick on there is she can throw out the stun, or she can skedaddle out of a stun with either Adagio's ult hitting onto her or the Yummy Catnip Frenzy hitting onto her. She can use that skedaddle to get away from it.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to have to see how that happens. Like, that's a very good point with the skedaddle onto that Yummy Catnip Frenzy that can stop the CC also from the Churnwalker. So, going to have to see how that pans out anyway. We're going to be entering to the Halcyon Fold without the snow. Unfortunately, no more snow for us. No, it's just battle all the time. Rain's the only one that's going to be putting a little bit of snow now. So, we're going to have to check how this game's panned out. So, I ask this every time. What team are you going to be going with for this match? Like, depending on the draft, what team do you think is going to be coming top position into this match with this draft?
Based off this draft, I'm going to initially have to give it to RS Animus just due to the straight up damage dealing that their DPS that Adagio has with both his Agent of Wrath and then the healing he can provide himself with the Gift of Fire. And now it has a larger splash radius, so he's going to be able to splash that Gift of Fire onto more enemies around him. And then when it does that, it's going to provide more of that slow to those enemy targets.
Yeah, that's something very interesting. Gonna have to see how that pans out. Anyway, looks like the first little team fight might be panning out quite soon. Gonna get a few hook and chains down. Gonna be connecting. Be careful those Winter Spires. Doing a lot of damage onto Natu. Front lane in maybe a little bit too much. Gonna go the root. Oh no. Just gonna be taken down just on time. That Elder Chin. Natu gonna be taking a lot of HP. Gonna be maybe slowed down by a new auto attack. He will indeed. Natu gonna be going a little bit away. And he's gonna come in with Panther. 20 death. First kill. Just on time. For Team RS Animus, and then came back with a counter kill on the side of Argonauts. Koshka doing a lot of work there, but be careful. Galaxy Wolf still got a lot of HP available. He is a Rain, extremely tanky. You do not want to go into a close range fight right now. Galaxy Wolf's doing a nice move there by staying a little bit longer. You do have Natu coming over to help now. There's Winter Spy is going to secure one camp. I don't think he's going to survive because 3 of the team of RS are going to be over there. Guys, he's going to be a little bit bursted to the ground by Pepetapia. And Galaxy Wolf should be going down. Pepetapia did take quite a lot of damage there. So nice first rotation anyway on the side of RS Animus.
And all 3 of those kills went to credit of Pepe. So he's getting nice amount of gold onto that carry into the lane, which is going to give that lane a nice push ahead of the other team.
Yeah, that's a very good thing for him now. He's got the extra. They also got the extra gold for that first blood. And because you have a big wave, they're going under turret. It looks like he's going to be able to hold that quite easily. So yeah, like right now, you have Koshka trying to get that. Also, that second Elder Trin should be going down quite easily. Just going to be secured there. And so something we are going to have to pay attention to. I think we're going to see an aftershock coming out from Racy PC. After that Koshka, that would be the very smartest choice. I don't know what you think of that. Going into Galaxy Wolf, there's going to be that very tanky hero, and also the Arden. I think it's going to just be the best choice in that situation, not to go with Shatterglass or anything. What do you think of that? What do you expect to see building up onto Ricey Picey, like stacky or really burst build?
Always with Koshka, the #1 item's been Aftershock for a long time. Generally, you don't see Shatterglass unless you see an enemy that really hasn't built up much armor. That way you get the guaranteed percentage of health taken away with the Aftershock, and it gives you those cooldown.
Yeah, that's something in EU that does happen quite a lot, that people do build a Shatterglass. But look at that, be careful, Galaxy Wolf picking a fight there with Ricey Picey, gonna burst him down with those Winter Spires, and he's still continuing there. Well, that time, like, Pepetapia did come down, and Natu gonna be slowly going down, gonna have the nice rotation over from Ricey Picey, able to take off a kill onto the Arden. Galaxy Wolf going to be able to use a chill winds, rooting to the ground now to backshot, and that Elder Trin do the rest of the job to take the kill. But Dancing Banana is going to be going down to the hands of Pepetapia. Well, the Elder Trin is still doing a lot of work. They will be able to secure it. And third, Elder Trin going over to Team RS Animus once again, giving them a nice gold and XP advantage.
Dancing Banana probably should have played that a little bit further away and kept that Buckshot Bonanza for when the Elder Treant got a little bit lower, so that way she could have a chance of stealing it over. The reason being is that you're going to offer too much, or not enough mobility to get away from that Koshka, and she really showed advantage that she can take advantage of being able to chase down that Gwen.
Yeah, she's going to have to build that little extra defense, but look at that. So right now, you're going to have that weapon Adagio, something that's got played. Oh, be careful, we'll have a little bit of an engage there. Pepetapia going to be trying to look for a little 1v1, but unfortunately, there's going to be the Arden in the bush there. But oh, in jungle, Natu going to be able to pull back with that Torment. Galaxy Wolf going to be chased down. Pantheon going to be connecting. So Chill Wind's going to be able to block him into that Winter Spire. Going to use also the Healing Blast. Galaxy Wolf seems insecure as he will be backing out to his jungle there. So going to have the Aftershock now. Fort Ricey Picey is going to be in a really, really good situation now. And Pepetapia just going to be building some nice weapon. Oh, backshot there. Almost going down. So what do you expect to see built onto Pepetapia, onto this weapon Adagio? Something that's not seen that often, at least for us in the EU. But in NA, what do you expect to see built on this weapon Adagio?
I can predict that he's going to build first a Sara Blade. I think he just picked up the Blazing Salvo for that attack speed to go along with the animation resets, so we can really lay on the damage onto that Gwen while she's in range, because she can get away from the Adagio where he's not super mobile. And so then after that, I would figure more than likely some Tornado Trigger for more attack speed, either that or working towards a breaking point to gain up those stacks.
I would get a breaking point because you're going against a Raim and an Arden. It's going to be two very front-laney heroes, and he's going to be able to get easily into those range. So I'd expect to see that coming out. I'm going to have Dragon Silence first offensive hero onto Galaxy Wolf. Something you can really expect. I expect that also to see Eve of Harvest coming out next. So yeah, just as you said, confirmed the Sorrow Blade purchase for Peep Tap you, and can have a little bit of an engage there. With a chill winds connecting Ricey Picey, going to be using the E-Link Flask very early, and Natu going to use in the bound. Oh, Aces High connecting onto Ricey Picey. Natu a lot of front lane, going to be taking a lot of damage. You've got the 3 hook and chain, going to be broken, unfortunately. Panty Fan coming back in with Tolly, that's not going to be going that far, unfortunately. Paper Tap, your awesome reflex block, and Healing Flask able to survive that. Natu almost going down. Everyone with very, very low HP on the side of RS Animus. And just Argonauts showing their dominance right now in the early phase against the Koshka. Very impressive.
That was a really well-timed Aces High. I think it actually accidentally hit onto that Koshka, but it was crucial that it hit the Koshka because she was the highest health hero at the moment, and being able to work her down to where she had to retreat was very, very good timing, but I think a little accidental because she wasn't even out of the bush but when she got hit with it.
Oh. See, and something like for Galaxy Wolf, I said I thought I think he was going to go on to either. This looks like he might even go for Clockwork. If he does go on that, why do you expect him to go on that if he does build that Clockwork second item?
The reason I would say building the Clockwork is to have the Valkyrie and the Winter Spires up and available.
Oh, Chill Wind's not going to be connecting. Unfortunately, that's going to be bursted down by those Chill Winds. Going to be a little bit far to the front lane. Doesn't have that Healing Flask, unfortunately. And we will be burning to the ground, to the hands of Galaxy Wolf. Nice little pickup into that lane.
Yeah, those Chill Winds are really going to be, I think, crucial if they can land, just due to the mobility of the Koshka, and I think that's the intention of building into the Clockwork, is to slow her down.
Yeah, that'd be quite interesting. Gonna have to check that out. Might even try to go for that turret. Gonna have those Winter Spire taking quite a huge chunk of damage onto the turret, so quite easy push. Maybe it was the Lex minion wave. So I'm going to check that out if they want to push the objective next. Pouncy Fud, connect onto Dancing Banana. Not going to be going that far. Protected by the Vanguard for re-engage in any case. Gun chain coming back. Pouncy Fun going to be coming back in fully. That fountain going to be used very early. Wizard Trespass able to CC down Galaxy Wolf. Be careful, Galaxy Wolves. You're taking a lot of damage by that weapon of dodge. Oh, he does have that sword blade now, so you do not want to pick a fight at that distance. And Healing Flask going to be popped quite out of a fight there for Dancing Banana. Not going to be looking for any engagement right now. Just able to try and protect that turret. And Galaxy Wolf going to take that tree in. He's a little bit separated, might even get ganked. Looks like going to get bursted. Pouncy Fan's way there. Use that Healing Flask, going to be CC'd. But unfortunately, the Gauntlet will be coming out well. That rain did go down. Pouncy Fan also onto the Arden. Not going to be doing that much. Not using a fountain on his own purchase there. So a little bit wasted on the side of Natu. Did not have to go to that extent. Anyway, nice pickup on the side of RS Animus.
Yeah, RS Animus really singled out Galaxy Wolf there, and it was really key in being able to lock down this turret, because now it's a 2v3 or a 1v3 with making Dancing Banana have to retreat.
Now they do get the first turret in a 9-minute game, so that's really nice play. Try and get Yummy Cannon Frenzy, going to be able to get over the skedaddle just after, and the fountain extremely late, unfortunately for Xanthus. Nice pickup there with the Yummy Catnip, just the enormous burst damage coming out of Team RS Animus. That was huge. That was absolutely huge. So now they might even try to rotate over to that gold miner. But information is given by that scout trap, so be careful. Maybe a little steal could come out now.
Yes, definitely could. It looks like they've moved him away from that scout trap just in case it was there. And the other Argonauts are
they did
Argonauts were just too far away to even make an approach on it.
Yeah, they did secure that, so nicely done over the side of RS Animus. Be careful there, do not go too much into the front lane. That already happened twice. Do not want it again. And yeah, so right now, then really good situation. Looks like we're going to have Racy PC go onto that Shatterglass second item. That's quite impressive. You do know that Dancing Banana doesn't seem he's like focused on Aegis right now. He's building both, like he's building right now a little bit of defense for he does get the reflex block then just for the Yummy Cannon Frenzy, but like he's not focusing down the Aegis fast enough, I would say. So Ricey Picey just really taking advantage of that situation, just building pure crystal damage. He doesn't have to go onto the Broken Myth right now. He's just got so much time and so much advance. If he continues being so aggressive onto Dancing Banana, it's just really what you want to go onto this type of Koshka in this type of game.
Yeah, the Koshka has been doing some real damage, and what I think one of the kind of downfalls of Argonauts here is not building any of that shielding, which they've needed since Koshka was in the game, so they really should have been preparing for that.
Yeah, it's quite a late build, but when they're going to be having it, like, Koshka's going to be having a little more of a problem to deal up that damage. So maybe a third item, if he decides to go onto a third offensive item, would be to go onto that Broken Myth. It looks like the Aces High is not available for Dancing Banana, so not that much CC coming out on the side of Argonauts. Trying to get those who can change the connect to engage a fight. Not going to be going that far, unfortunately. The range is still quite short. So it's slowly going to rotate down to the jungle, get a few camps. And yeah, just try and win as much time as possible. Maybe even go and shop, because you do have 1,500 gold available for Pip Tapia to get his next offensive item.
Yeah, Animus is really making some good rotations, not only for aggressiveness, but also just for getting certain objectives to their side, whether it's a little bit of jungle, the gold miner, or even clearing out some of the vision. They're not being super strong in their own vision game, but they're being very conscious of clearing out the enemy's vision.
Yeah, that's true. Like, they're very effective in their rotation. They're very aggressive, which you like to see. A lot of time they do take the gold miner, try to take it at least. They do have information on it, and you're going to see Argonauts rotating around, saying, no, you are not taking our camp. And Natu, be careful, they're going to bring him down. That Wizard Chill wins also the burst damage. Good as that bullet, able to CC down Ricey Picey. Natu, also the Valkyrie raining down on Aces High. Ricey Picey going to use that healing flask, able to survive a little bit longer. Well, time Natu, unfortunately, will get bursted to the ground. And look at that, be careful when you're going in too far. You're going to get wrecked, son. And Galaxy Wolf going to be able to tag up with that awesome Vanguard from Zax, saving up just on time. And the gold miner might be secured. Maybe going to have a blood for blood to steal it. Oh, no! Going to be secured. I thought that was going to be a Flash X replay, just the blood for blood steal. Unfortunately, it will be going over to the side of RS Animus. Nicely played.
That definitely was a good attempt at stealing that gold mine. So it was just a little bit too little too late.
Yeah, so Dancing Banana has to really pay attention. If you do not have, as we talked a little bit earlier, you must have that Aegis available. If you do not have that Aegis, you do not want to go into that front lane position. It's even worse because you have that Weapon of Dardred who was still alive and able to, like, stutter step you to hell at that point. So just be careful on the positioning on the side of Dancing Banana, because just going solo there just unfortunately gave over a kill and just didn't give any more possibilities over to Team Argonauts to keep up the engage and even try and get that gold miner. So be careful on that. And yeah, it looks like RS is looking for a team fight now. Oh yeah, going to be connecting with that hook and shade. Vanguard able to CC down. They're going to be reflex blocked by Galaxy Will. Fountain coming out just on time. Able to CC him. Unfortunately, going to be destroyed anyway. And going to use an awesome reflex block. Unfortunately, Ricey Picey is doing the job there. Going to be able to secure 2 kills. Santos trying to run away as fast as possible. Going to use the Vanguard. Able to slow down Ricey Picey. Natu just got also the hook and shade. Able to pull back with the Torment. And Crystal Sentry trying to help as much as possible. But unfortunately, that help is not going to be that much of a use. Pouncy fun. And that will be the end. And the ace over to RS Animus, taking this new Crystal Sentry.
RS Animus really engaged critically with a trespass from the Churnwalker that took Rhyme essentially out of the equation. It stunned him up for so long that by the time he came out of the stun, there was just one more hit to be done before he died.
Oh, Natu. You've done that already 2 times. Don't do it again. Natu going to be busted already mid HP. Going to have also the chill winds coming out quite soon. Able to CC him down. Oh no, nice Crucible air to stop that. And also the CCL Valkyrie. Well, that time just a dodge on Gwen taking themselves out. Going to be a 2v2 situation. But getting busted by the side of the Gauntlet. Able to keep them in that range for Galaxy Wolf to pick up the kills. And just, oh my god, nice ace. And maybe come back on the side of Team Argonauts. Just kind of get that first turret.
That was a glorious counter ace, actually. That Gauntlet came out in a really pinnacle time of that team fight, where it was able to stun up that Koshka from her being able to run away while she was getting kited out by the Rhyme there, and just really deleted her due to the Gauntlet stunning her up.
Yeah, that was really, really nicely played on that part. So now, unfortunately, like, the problem was they tried to go a little bit too far, and as I say since earlier, Natu, stop going onto that front lane. If you do not have vision, do not face check. That's something you do not do, even more when you do not have escapes like Churnwalker. So you have to pay a little bit more attention. Maybe try and team fight a little bit more as a unit and see more synergy on the side of Team RS Animus to actually maybe try and take the advantage. But right now, it's kind of complicated. It's hard to see who's going to be taking the advantage because slowly but surely, Argonauts are taking a new lead over Team RS Animus.
Definitely, with the gold lead being so disparate earlier, it's really gone down to less than, or just about 1,000 here lately, with Argonauts being able to pick up that ace and that first turret.
Yeah, that's true. Like, be careful because the Kraken is now spawned. That means the next team fight is going to be absolutely critical. By the time Natu once again going to be tuned onto that front lane, just taking 3 damage from Dancing Banana. Going to be coming in with the Pansy Fan 20 that's available, and Natu just always there. Going to use the nicely crucibled out onto that ace is high. Going to use the Winter Spy still raining down, and Natu, unfortunately, that fountain is way too late, and your position is way out of boundaries. Coming back in with the bounty man, Yummy Canyon Frenzy going to be blocked out, unfortunately, and just going to get wrecked. And now they have a free Kraken over to Team Argonauts, and it looks like they want this game for their own, not leaving any chance over to Team Aris Animus.
Absolutely. Argonauts really made a crucial decision with Dancing Banana, sticking onto that Churn Walker, building up those breaking point stacks. That way, when the true team fight engaged with all 3 members, she had them already built up to 15 and was able to do near maximum damage with those breaking point stacks onto Koshka and Adagio.
Yeah, she just got deleted when she entered that with the Yummy Canyon Frenzy. They even got crucibled out. So, gonna have to check that. The Kraken does get confirmed and locked over to Team Argonauts, and they do even slowly. They might have access to the. No, it's not might. They were very close to getting that choke point turret. Unfortunately, it was a little bit slow onto the side of Team Argonauts to get that objective. That Kraken's just gonna go through it like through butter. It's gonna be super fast. So, we're gonna see Team Aris Animus just trying to hold their positions. They do have a weapon Adagio that can be quite effective to stop those kind of siege comps. We have a Rain. This. Literally a turret taker, and gonna have that gauntlet able to lock down with aces high, getting the CC onto this channel cut. Gonna use also the Alice Quadrant to win a little bit more time and stopping the big output damage from Dancing Banana. It's very slow on mana, unfortunately. The Kraken gonna be taking this first choke point turret. They do have access to the enemy choke point and base, and now looks like Koshka is trying to look for a little bit of an engage onto Dancing Banana, taking damage by that weapon. The Dodger gonna be also Vanguarded up to try and bank up a little bit of that damage. Natu once again onto that front lane, just taking free range of damage. Fountain going to be used. Yummy Cannon Frenzy blocked out by the Crucible of Santos. But who's also nice CC with the Valkyrie, able to win a little bit more time, but dodging too much on the front lane. Going to be slowed down and burned to the ground by the Blood for Blood also. Blood for Blood of Santos will be taking the kill. Kraken going to be destroyed. Unfortunately, going to be complicated to try and take this second Vayne turret. Galaxy Wolf Drill trying to go for it. The Gwen, taking that turret. Turret shot going to be able to do the job. Crucible going to be unfortunately very late to stop that trespass, and this looks like it will be a reverse ace. No, going to be leaving Xanthus run away. No, Ricey Picey understood. He cannot let that happen. We'll be rotating over to Xanthus, try and take the kill. He has the Yummy Cannon Frenzy in 2 seconds. Will surely be using that to secure it. Yummy Cannon Frenzy going to be coming out. Twirly Death's available now to get those auto attacks, and Xanthus will be going over and giving over the ace to Team Aris Animus, and just stopping this massacre at this point.
You got to give props to Aris Animus, hanging in there, doing the right things, and sticking by their turrets, going back to base when they could, just to not hand over this game right there at the end. One of the things I will say about that last engagement while Kraken was pushing in was that the trespass on Churnwalker was a little early used, I'd say. He could have chained up 1 or 2 more members to try and get that either double or triple stun in.
That's something do you just like bring up, and thank you for bringing that up. Like, he does always get the CC down onto the first enemy hero. He gets that hook and chain on, so he should try and wait for an opportunity to full CC the enemy team. So yeah, that's nice bringing that up, and just kind of see how it pans out for the next game. Unfortunately, we do not have any Echo available onto or Natso or I'm Xanthus. And Xanthus looks like he's trying to build towards an Echo, but he's still quite late. He's only got an energy battery at this point, and is going to have to check out if he's going to try and get that a little bit later into the game. Looks like a team fight should be coming out quite soon.
I think one of the key movements that Argonauts has really pulled into this later game here has been getting a Atlas Pauldron on both the Rhyme and the Arden, because when they're in there engaging, they can both either pop them offset, so that way that slow is a lot longer on the attack for Adagio. And it's been dealing dividends, I would say, because Adagio has had to back away pretty much every time because he's not in there doing the same damage he would be.
And looks at that, Argonauts just doing the absolutely right move. Could taking that Kraken.
Easy.
Well played. Be careful, World Time going to be having a very, very nice place. Gauntlet, World Time just locking out Natu and Ricey Picey, just able to try and shut down there. Valkyrie going to be a little bit far off the mark. unfortunately, Natsu's going to be trying to use that CC, going to be working. Unfortunately, that Crucible will be a little bit late. That's a Banana going to be trying to do a battle with Ricey Picey. Chillwin's going to be mitten off the mark. 2v2 situation. Whoa, that Kraken is still going towards that Vein Crystal. Ricey Picey going to be trying to use that Yummy Cannon Frenzy on time. Natu still very, very low, and so is Ricey Picey. But Bobla doing a lot of work. They're able to reposition. Chillwin's going to be able to CC down Natu and will be able to take him down. Ricey Picey knows this is a complicated situation, trying to back out to base. And will he be able to do that? I do not think so.
This is a very healthy Kraken.
Oh yeah, look at that Kraken, still full HP. And this will surely be the game over to Team Argonauts for this first game of BO3. Congratulations, Team Argonauts.
Yeah, good work, Argonauts. What really came in handy, I think, was the Aces High onto the Churnwalker. Came at a very crucial time. He wasn't able to get down the same CC or use Torment to pull that Rhyme back away from Adagio, and he was able to finish out Adagio at the moment.
Yeah, so it was a very nice game overall. So what do we think should have been done extra on the side of Team RS Animus to actually go through that? I think something we'd have to talk about is the positioning of Churnwalker that wasn't always on point. Sometimes he's give opening kills over to Team Argonauts that would surely result into an ace most of the time. So anyway, out of that, what would you think Team RS Animus should have done more to go against Team Argonauts in this match?
I would say Pepe, being the attack speed build that he had, should have tried. I mean, I can't say this for sure, of course, but maybe made a little more effort to try to block out the Atlas Pauldrons rather than blocking out ult abilities or stun abilities. But either one, you would have to pick and choose.
And that's very true. And also, you focus down that Aegis. I would have focused down more weapon defense because Raim, it was kind of complicated for him to actually get and connect those abilities onto Pepe Tapia, and he was getting free range damage over from Dancing Banana with that Gwen, full burst build Gwen. So I think that I don't know what you think of that, but I think Pepe Tapia should have maybe built more weapon defense than Aegis in this point. What do you think of that?
I do agree with that because Dancing Banana was doing a really good job in building up those stacks before Adagio even entered in the fight. So when those stacks were built up, I mean, with having no armor, it was just chunking him down 2, 3, 4 hits, and he was gone.
Yeah, that's very true. So congratulations to Team Argonauts taking his first win in BO3 against RS Animus. And we're going to try and get into the second match as fast as possible. Okay, so yeah. So we're going to have to see what's going to be coming into the second draft. Now, maybe they want to shut down. They want to shut down Raim or Arden, who were doing a big job into this match. Just the burst capacity and the sustain of the Raim, packed up with that awesome gauntlet that always came out and was just able. They couldn't do anything against it. They had Crucible. Unfortunately, the synergy on the side of Team RS Animus wasn't showing up that much. They weren't able to get out with one use of Crucible. I do not know if they're using Vocal at the same time, but that was not some mechanics we were seeing coming out of the side of Team RS Animus. So I hope to see they're going to try and be on point onto the second match, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't very synergistic with their, not only the comp, but then the actions leading into team fights. And so I'm betting they pick out a different comp, obviously, and then I'm going to bet that they try to focus out of this Gwen, so that way they don't have someone that's so mobile and so attack heavy getting onto them.
Yes, you're going to have to check that out because we are now into the draft, bro. So, what do you expect to see focus down, except for this Gwen you just talked about? What heroes do you think they're going to be trying to ban out or even pick for themselves? Well, they do change sides.
Well, I always expect to ban out the Vox right now because there's a Crystal Vox build that's been hitting the fold, and it's deadly. And we see the Koshka go out.
Yeah, and it looks like Argonauts do not want to deal with the Lance. I don't know if it's the golden skin for Lance that they do not enjoy seeing, or if it's just the overall Lance in general that they do not want to go against. So just banning it off, which is I respect that. Okay, you got a nice ban that comes out, and just banning out the Koshka Tudor was very effective last game. Didn't make a lot of work, unfortunately, but was it's still a very good hero into the 5v5 and 3v3 meta. And with also that huge buff that she did get. And we're going to be having the first pick box then on the side of Argonauts. What do you think that can pan out into the rest of this draft, bro?
With a Vox build coming out, it's more than or a pick coming out. I'm more than likely going to see Crystal due to the buffs that the Crystal Pathing got on Vox, and with that, I'm going to see some. I bet we're going to see a little more stunny, a little more lockdown. Actually, with Ringo's Achilles shot being able to slow Vox down from getting away.
Yeah, for the moment, like this Ringo is going to have an extra range. So the early phase is going to be maybe given over, I would say, to this Ringo on the side of RS Animus, just able to outrange this Fox. And going to be banning then Churnwalker. Churnwalker is one of those heroes that's very, very effective into a Ringo. You can use this trespass to reposition. And also, if you can get the first CC down onto Ringo, it will CC him down with a trespass and put him back in with a torment. But if it misses out, he can reposition and reuse his Hook and Chain and Torment abilities to then reuse Trespass. So Churnwalker is a very good hero in Ringo. So I do fully understand that second ban onto Churnwalker, and then banning Samuel on the A side for Team Argonauts. They do not want to deal with that Samuel, and picking Arden. Just a very, very nice combo with this Ringo. What do you expect to see coming out next to counter that on the side of Argonauts?
I'm betting they're going to pick their captain next, simply because they're going to want a captain that really works hard into Ringo. We know how deadly Ringo can be when he's got his damage items built up, his twirling silver whirling around, and then his Achilles shot slowing you down. So I'm guessing we're going to see someone who allows a little bit of mobility along with a lot of DPS mitigation.
Yeah, like I say, I would expect to see a little bit of I was just gonna say a little bit of a CC god, but that CC god, that's Batiste when it's hit for you. Batiste with the Ordain, just able to lock down also this Ringo to keep him into position. Got also that beautiful, beautiful fearsome shade able to come out. If he wants to build up in Echo, he can go onto that. And going to be having also the Alpha, though. That means we are going to be having a support Batiste. I do enjoy those kind of builds, so surely an Echo into the late game phase. What do you think of that Batiste and Alpha last pick?
An Echo Fearsome Shade is ridiculously powerful because not only do they have to block the first one or the second one out, you're going to get hit by one of them, and then you key that in with an Ordained, you've got 3 abilities in there that essentially can completely keep you in one movement or one area, which this Crystal Vox is just going to be damaging with those resonance bounces. I mean, I'm betting it's a Crystal Vox. It could be a Crystal Alpha, but we're gonna have to see how they build in the actual game.
It's true that CP Vox has slowly came back, so it can be also like it's comp on the side of Argonauts, and they're going to be looking for the last pick for RS Animus with a Fortress. So Fortress, Arden, Ringo for RS Animus going up against a Vox, Batiste, and Alpha comp. So once again, bruh, what team are you going to be rooting for after you saw these drafts?
You know, I might actually go RS Animus on this one, simply because even though they can lay out the Fearsome Shade with Argonauts, Ringo and Fortress is actually a really awesome combination because you get the extra mobility with Ringo that he is missing with the Truth of the Tooth dodging in and giving that movement speed.
So, like, their main objective for the early phase would be to try and shut down the gold, like any gold entry on the side of Team Argonauts, trying to take as much gold to try and make the purchase of that Echo for this support Batiste as long as possible. Like, if he gets into late phase and still doesn't have that item available, it would be totally onto the advantage of Team RS Animus. So we're going to have to check that out, and we'll be slowly entering the Houchen Fold in a few seconds. So, it's not very interesting for both teams.
It's going to be an amazing fight. I bet you this one's going to be a little bit closer than our last match, just due to the compositions. Galaxy Wolf being on that Alpha, going to be able to really chase down that Ringo when he tries to get out. But then also having Fortress with all that chase that he has, and Alpha not really having a lot of peel.
Yeah, and like talking about the flex comp on the side of Team Argonauts, we're going to be welcomed with a Weapon Alpha and CP Vox back into the meta, boys and girls, for our own pleasure.
CP Vox.
Cool. How do you expect to pan out like that CP Vox against a Fortress Ringo Arden comp?
It's going to be really crucial for him to pal around with that Batiste, that way he can stay in range of the CC and doesn't get cornered out, singled out, and bursted down.
Like one awesome combo that can also come out on the side of Argonauts is when they do get that level 6 spike, gonna have to wait for it, able to CC to get that silence down on Team RS Animus. And if they can combo it and get the synergy that they were shown into the first game, thing that wasn't present for Team RS Animus, if they can combo the wait for it and the fearsome shade, they could absolutely destroy them to get early full comp CC out. And it looks like Team Argonauts going to be a little bit faster onto that rotation. Yeah, we're in party. Are you not into the game? Oh.
We are in game.
Reload, restart your app. Oh, restart the application of Vainglory. Restart it.
Should launch you back into it.
Yeah, it might relaunch. I hope it does. Okay. So yeah, just can we hear us still? Yeah, so we're gonna have a little bit of an engage of Team Argonauts into the red side jungle. So gonna be there, Galaxy Wolf and Xansus with that Bertis and Alpha going against the 3-man comp of Team RS Animus. Trying to get as much damage. Look, you got the CC of the Bertis able to keep Xansus, and they're gonna be doing a 2v3 situation there. Team Argonauts doing a 2v3 with that Batiste and Galaxy Wolf onto the Alpha. So they do a very successful engage on the side of Team Argonauts. So nice rotation on their part. And looks like even Dancing Banana is putting with that Vox a really bad position for Pepe Tapia, because he's able to get that extra damage with that CP Vox quite early into the game. So let's check out. I hope you guys are going to get the camera up soon. Anything, Angel Wolf? Cool.
Really crucial pick, I think, here with Galaxy Wolf getting the double weapon blade, and that allowing him to get plenty of damage early onto the Arden, which is what took him down.
And look at that, like Argonauts just all the time going into the enemy part of the jungle. As I said, you want to try and shut down that echo purchase for the Batista to engage their jungle. But it's going the opposite way around. It's just like Pepper Tapia going to be CC down by the Ordain, tracking the damage of that bad mojo. Natu going to be a little bit too far on the front lane, doing the same mistakes as with that Chernobyl game earlier. And just like Argonauts are destroying this game, are just taking so much advantage into the gold and XP lead. So yeah.
Argonauts just really forcing them out of the jungle here. Early game, and working really well together to keep one member on them, but then having another to back him up in case he needs to retreat.
I don't know if we have. Do we have a camera available now? Okay, awesome. Thanks so much. So we're going to be back into the game, you guys. Sorry for the little technical problems there. So yeah, like you see right now we're into a 2-0 lead, like gold advantage. We're only not even 4 minutes in, and you have almost like 2.4k advantage for Team Argonauts. Like this is a monster game on their side.
They're just really able to clean out that jungle, which is singling out Reese PC, not able to take much of it, and really keeping an aggressive hold onto the Team RS Animus.
Yeah, so we do have the Sorrow Blade for Galaxy Wolf. I'm going to try and even get a little bit of poke kill. Going to get where's that core charge. Look, Pivot Tap is just one core charge, does so much damage. Was Jordan able to keep him into the range? Going back into the Prime Directive, going to use that healing flask, but going down anyway. Gets deleted by this Alpha Galaxy Wolf. Just the Sorrow Blade, that's all you need, and you will destroy the game. Coming back in, trying to steal that camp. Will be going anywhere over to Reese Picey. And yeah, just overall, Galaxy Wolf with that Alpha, he's just in the early phase. Already got an early game Sorrow Blade. At 4 minutes, he got that Sorrow Blade. That's so impressive. How do you expect that to actually pan out in the rest of this game?
With that gold lead that they have, it's looking like they might steamroll this game into an early finish, just due to being able to easily even work down their captain here in the lane. And anytime Ringo makes an appearance, they just jump onto him, and he just gets bursted down.
Yeah, because he do like in the lane phase. Dancing Banana already has that alternating current. How far are we going to be connecting? Just tanked it out by the use of his healing flask. And one at the time, like Pepper Tapia only got a stacking item. That means a lot of more bursty damage for the early phase going to be coming out for Dancing Banana, and just taking out that first very early turret. Is this a Saw game? Because they just took a turret in under 8 minutes.
There is no Saw here, just a really aggressive Alpha and Vox. They've really been pushing into these jungles, and which is allowing them to take the turret.
Well, Xansus was able to survive with that awesome use of the Prime Directive. Also, will be surviving for Galaxy Wolf. And just going to be surviving another day on their part. Just still doing a 3-0 situation under 6 minutes with the gold advantage. Slowly going towards the 4,000 gold advantage. So, like, still, this is like the gold. For now, it looks like Dancing Banana is going to be trying to go for a Shatterglass next item that will be just. That would be huge. That would be going huge against an Arden Fortress comp. That means on the backlane, Pepe Tapia is going to be taking so much damage of the resonance, and looks like they're going to go for a very, very early gold miner. And they do not care if they're still alive. They're just going to take it anyways. I enjoy seeing teams going very objective focus. That's something you want to try and focus more. And with the 5v5, that's going to be even more important. So seeing teams going for that into the 3v3 mode is quite interesting.
So, with the pickup of what Dancing Banana has right now, I believe he might be going into a Dragon's Ice. That way he can build up those stacks similar to a Breaking Point. Because the way Vox fights, he's in there for a fair amount of time. Each attack builds up those Dragon Ice stacks. I believe he might be going for that.
That would be also a very good purchase. That would be a little bit more for the late game. So, like, two possibilities. You're going to have to see which one's right. I think the Dragon's Eye is the more plausible situation. We're going to be using attack of the pack will be coming up. Fearsome Shade able to CC down full team RS Animus. However, we're going to be raining down onto Dancing Banana. Just a little bit of a burn there. Not that much. Got roasted. And coming back in with the Bard Major. Able to slow down Pepe Tapia. Just got the extra range deal. Where's that Ordain? Able to keep in range. Natu trying to use his boost. Trying to survive. Unfortunately, not going to be surviving at all. Pepe Tapia going to be hit by the core charge. 399 damage coming out from one core charge. And we're not even 10 minutes in. This game is absolutely just for Argonauts. Going to take also that vision. Galaxy will just going solo in the jungle, taking that Crystal Sentry. And another turret should be going down very soon for this second turret.
Argonauts just having so much control here in the jungle is really leading to issues. They're starving out Reese's PC being able to shop and get up his items. He has no defense as of right now and just barely boots and an Aftershock. They're really getting starved out.
To cut you off there, sorry, you're going to have that Gauntlet able to stun now. Galaxy Wolf going to be cut off a little bit from his Alex Fountain. Awesomely placed by Xanthus, able to save a little bit more time for Galaxy Wolf to reposition. And Dancing Banana very on the front lane, just able to take down Pepe Tapia. He's CP Vox, he's just deleting him. Obviously, he was a weapon hero. Double kill for that CP Vox. RS Animus? But where is RS Animus? I am only seeing Team Argonauts in this game. They're just deleting and destroying everything they see and in their path right now. Just awesome game.
Yeah, that Dragon's Eye really built up quickly for Dancing Banana. He was doing massive amounts of damage with those resonance bounces. That was a beautifully placed Ordained to be able to block out the team from chasing. It was what really led them to be able to go kite away and then engage back in and take the players that they took out.
Yeah, that's true. Something I like to talk about into the build phase is Galaxy Wolf already has 2 offensive items. Well, at that time, Reese Pisey, still hasn't finished his second one. And he doesn't have any defense. Actually, every time he's going to go into a fight and he's onto the front lane, he's going to get deleted by Galaxy Wolf and Dancing Banana super fast. He's just going to be the first man going down every single time. That's what happened last team fight, and that's what's going to be happening for, I think, the entirety of this game. It looks like they'll be going to look for a new push for that choke point turret. Hellfire Brew going to be coming out. Raining onto Xanthus, going to be using the Crucible. Maybe not that much of a use. Didn't have anything else to block it out, unfortunately, but did use that Crucible. And we do have anyway the Gauntlet still on cooldown, so not much problem onto that side.
Yeah, Argonauts are going to be taking down that last Sentry charge, which is going to give them entire full control of their jungle, with no need to worry to push into it.
Gonna have to block you up there. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait for it coming out, and also, the Fearsome Shade able to CC down full team RS Animus under their turret, just putting them back to the wall. Prime Directive able to connect, bursting him down with that core charge, taking one man down on the side of RS Animus. They're trying to delete them under the turret, but it's still not available. It's not going to be working. Galaxy Wolf able to survive with that reflex block and its healing flask, and just Reese Pisey had to go back there. Otherwise, it was going to be ace in their own base, and they still had their choke point turret. As I said again, but this, Argonauts are just deleting. I'm going to say that all the time, but it's just so impressive.
It was really a gorgeous turret dive by Galaxy Wolf, being able to get in there, get on the enemy, focus him down, but then also get out of the turret range before he could be finished off on his second life before he can get the infinite reboot back up.
Mm. And now Dancing Banana is going to be having that extra sustain. He has the infusion. He does have the Eve of Harvest. He now is going to be an absolute monster into this game. Even more, he was a monster before, but now he's going to be even worse. And looks like Galaxy Wolf going to try and find an engage. Going to use that reflex block. Looks like a little bit of a mixed click there. Prime dive to Core Charge. Able to CC away Xantus. Looks like this is going to be going back against him. Galaxy Wolf not having his reboot available, unfortunately, not until the next few seconds. And a 10-second respawn before Pepper Tapia is back onto the fold. They might even try to shut down this game if they want to go right to the end. They still took one team fight under turret and came out victorious. Are they going to try and do this again? Going to also that very nicely placed. Oh, wait for it. Going to be connecting out. Going to use a very early Crucible onto the side of Natu. But the order coming out there, Fangstans was able to just keep out Reese Picey. Was very nice, very nicely executed. And looks like Dancing Banana has got that. Oh, Hellfire Brew going to be raining down. Crucible used once again to block out that ultimate. And just trying to, I like it what Pepe Tapia is doing now. He's just trying to keep away that minion wave to stop them from engaging onto that last standing Vayne turret. That's the last thing standing before giving over this victory over to Team Argonauts. What do you think Team RS Animus should do to try and come back in this game? It's going to be complicated. It's still possible. We are in Vainglory anyways.
They're going to have to be a little recluse and work very, very tightly together so as to avoid any of the CC that are coming out.
Look, going to be taking that Crystal Sentry. Talk Argonauts. Prime Doctor going to be connecting on to Ricey Bicey. Going to be trying to go as fast as possible. With that, the Fearsome Shade. Going to be using a Crucible, able to block that amount of CC. Natu, nicely placed. Unfortunately, he's going to be going down any minute now, slowing down by the Blood Modre. Xantus not able to do that much damage, being that support Batiste, we all know. And Galaxy Wolf just trying to be the hero of the match, going back in with Prime Doctor, Core Charge, doing 421 damage. Going to be rebooting, and he's going to be able to reboot too. Galaxy Wolf going to be using the reflex block just on time. Going to be helped out by Xantus. Is the Phantom, unfortunately, will be going down to the Achilles shot of Pippa Tapia. Going to be going down himself. Going to be going very soon. Reese Picey going to be going back to his base. Not giving the ace over to this support Batiste. Wasn't going to be doing that big amount of damage. And we do have now the Broken Myth and the Blazing Salvo both onto Dancing Banana and Pepe Tapia. So that's going to be very important items onto both sides. Maybe able to change the course on the side of Team RS Animus. What do you think? What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was quite the right move Galaxy Wolf made. Maybe it's just because they have a 9,500 gold lead that they felt like they could have done anything at that moment they wanted to. But if they really pulled back together, they could have taken that gold mine and moved on to a little bit more objectives to really secure this game out. But I think that RS Animus did a really good job moving in when they could to finish out a character or two, so that way they could obtain a little bit more gold and then also, stave off more of that lead.
Something I'd like to talk about is Storm Crown onto Xantus with this support Batiste. What do you think of that? Because that's something I think, never seen actually in Vainglory. Support Batiste Storm Crown. What do you think that you would build that for?
I really only think it's being built because of the lead they have, and being that they only have one turret and the Vein Crystal left to take down, is that they don't have a whole lot of objectives to take, but that they're going to focus it down, and it gives them a little bit more of that cooldown for his abilities.
Yeah, that's very true. And looks like they want to try and even finish the game. They got slow minion wave, so they're going to be going into the enemy base. Last Vein turret, stand in. How far are we going to go down? Crucible used on the side of Xantus there to try and block out the burn. I'm going to be saying, no, we're going to rotate back down to the jungle. They did take full lives out of that Crystal Sentry. Not going to be respawned, so that's a very nice objective focus on the side of Team Argonauts. And they're going to try and take their jungle. They got already a lot of gold. They just want to increase that gold advantage even more. Well, Pat, it's not even standable on their side.
Yeah, they're just really shutting them out at this point. They're really crowding out their jungle, crowding them out of the lane, keeping them pushed up, getting it to where they can't get out and try to farm any of their jungle.
Galaxy Wolf can use that Fearsome Shade. Not going to be blocked out by the Crucible, unfortunately. Wait for it coming out. Looks like they might even doing a 2v3 situation. Gordy coming out, able to CC down, Dancing Banana, and Xantus nicely placed. Unfortunately, Natu going to be a little bit too long onto the front end. Going to be using his own healing flask there. And looks like Team RS Animus are trying to profit that situation. This is an absolutely comeback. 2v3. They're doing a 2v3 coming back with a Sonic Zoom. Not enough damage on Reese Picey. They're trying to take the kills onto an AFK man. And they're saying, well, how dare you? How dare you kill our friend? We're going to kill you now. And they're just trying to take the kills. Now they're going to be CC'd down by the Ordain. Not going to be able to escape there. And they can try and finish that. Now the Storm Crown going to be coming into very, very useful. Just able to take that down. Going to try and focus it down. Oh, Dancing Banana taking it. Also, Wizard Resonance waiting for it. Able to get a little bit of silence onto Natu. Pepe Tapia just getting deleted. Going to be deleting himself. This box. And this is going to be finishing a 2v3. I'm Xansus. And Dancing Banana just doing the game there. Well, Galaxy Wolf, he just took a nap. He went to get coffee. He was saying this was easy. This is too easy. You guys do 2v3. And they will be taking the win home. Argonauts doing a 2-0 game right here. This was an absolute monster game on their side.
As you can see, they had a 12,000 gold lead, and that Storm Crown pickup really helped kind of clear out that turret and clear out that Vein Crystal at that last moment, because it was only him working against until, the end of the game.
Like as you just said there, like it's just 12,000. You don't even have to comment at that point. It just talks for itself. 12,000 gold advantage in a 60-minute, 24-second game. It's humongous at this point. You just cannot deal with that. Even if it's a pro team on the other side, I think you cannot do anything with that. When you have that gold advantage, it's over at that point. And also, like Dancing Banana just only had defense against weapon. That means Reese Picey was very, very late, only having 2 offensive items. One at a time, Dancing Banana was sitting on 4 offensive items. And a Galaxy Wolf was sitting already on 2 and very defensive items because he was trying to focus down PP Tapia and got the Atlas Pauldron just in case. But even then, without that, I think he would have done awesome anyways.
Yeah, what Dancing Banana was doing really well was staying kind of on the upper side of the fights. That way he wasn't being the one focused on, but they were trying to get to him. And with I Am Zenzus just really focusing on putting out those Ordains, getting them locked down, and then throwing out Fearsome Shades whenever they would jump onto him too bad.
With the Ordains, just to add up onto that, as you just said, when you have a hero, an enemy hero, such that they're the Ardent Natu that was doing it, first game was Churnwalker, he was still doing it with the Ardent a little bit shaft, and what was working very, very good here is you had the Batiste with the Ordain. That means someone would overstep, you would lock him down with that Ordain into that overstep position. That's a very, very bad place to be when you are against the CP Vox. This just enables him to deal out the full potential of his resonance damage onto the backlane, and that happened literally 3-4 times into this game. And it was just at the end, it was just so recurrent. It just happened all the time, and unfortunately, it doesn't seem like Natu learned from the mistakes into this game. Just always going into the front lane, overstepping, getting locked down, and just unlocking too much damage on the side of Dancing Banana for Team Argonauts, and was just giving most of the team. And also, in the end, you had Galaxy Wolf just coming over, locking down the kills, bursting down this Ringo. It was like at the early phase, we had 400 damage into the early phase, which is absolutely huge. And at the end, I think it was getting to 600, 700 pure damage with those core charge prime directive combos. So, anyways, just GG overall to Team Argonauts, just taking a very, very huge lead and taking it to 2-0.